Are you ready to lead more effectively? Learn how personal development can be your secret weapon. Hey, listen, improving on these personal development skills not only enhances your effectiveness as a project manager, but also contributes to the success of your project, the satisfaction of your team, and most of all, the achievement of a broader organizational goal. If you're new to the channel, I go by the name of ED. For all you smart and intelligent folks out there, we won't make this complicated. It just simply means Ed. I have an 8 point framework, and these 8 points, my goal, my mission, my job here is to unpack today's title, which is entitled How Personal Development Skills Can Make You a Better Project Manager. Again, how personal development skills can make you a better project manager. Point number one, self motivation. Listen, with self motivation, it starts with you. It starts with I. It starts with me. It starts with you. Basically, what I'm saying is, family, you need to set personal and project goals that are challenging yet achievable, and you're able to celebrate those milestones to maintain that motivation. I remember when Kobe gave it an example of when he had tore his Achilles, and he was like, "Hey, I don't think I want to do this." He said because he was looking at the top of Mount Everest. He was using that as an example. Like you look at the top of Mount Everest, or in the case of what he was discussing, I was saying you look at the top of it, it's like, man, I don't think I'm ever going to get there. And then once you reel it back and say, okay, let me break this down into manageable pieces. And that's the same thing with a project, family. When we break the task down into manageable pieces and roll them up into a milestone. Once we get to that milestone, we're excited because we've had an opportunity to complete that milestone. Here's another tip: when you develop a project personal vision for your career development that aligns with your project management goals, revisit it on a regular basis so you can get inspired. Family, by the way, I want to let you know the Magnetic Project Manager School will be live March 9th. That's a Saturday. So March 9th, 2024 or 2024, we will have a total of 6 classrooms. In these classrooms, first of all, to join is free. Eventually, I will be closing the free portions down, and it will be a paid group. Reason why I want it to be paid is because I want to encourage people. I mean, well, first of all, I want to give people an opportunity to get in to see the value. And those people that do get in early, I'm gonna make sure that they get a really good price. When we do flip the switch for paid, and I may just run two different groups. I'll probably have a free and a paid, but either way you look at it, family, again, we're going to have coaching, career development, personal development, and slash mindset. And then we'll do like PM fundamentals, and then I'll have advanced project management with actual real life case studies so we can make it more pragmatic. And then the last and final class will be leadership and team building. Again, Saturday, March 9th, we will go live. I'm trying to think if I'm going to do something really special as far as just actually go live, do a live broadcast where I'm walking everyone through what they can look out for. So I'm going to be start putting content in there. So again, I appreciate those who've already joined. Shout out to you, Kyle. I appreciate you so much. But again, it hasn't really officially went live. We're still in some beta things. So official live is March 9th. And if anything changes, I will let you know, but official is March 9th. All right, let's get into today's point number two. Personal accountability. What does personal accountability mean? Hey man, just own up to your mistakes and learn from them. That's what it means, because a lot of times we don't want to take accountability for something we a mistake we've made, and it's a mistake. I mean, it's okay, you've made a mistake. Hey, I own it. That was on me. All right, let's move forward. Sometimes I don't even need you to say, my bag, my apology. Just say, hey, that's on me. I'm going to correct that. Because now I know that going forward, I can count on you. Going forward, I know that you are very dependable. And at the same time, if something else comes up that, hey, it didn't go the way, you will be the first one to step up to take personal accountability. So being personal, by taking accountability, family, you set yourself apart from other project managers, period. Point number three, feedback mechanisms. Listen, implement a regular and structured feedback session that are focused on growth and improvement. I, I'm gonna do my best, family. I'm not gonna get on my soapbox like I did earlier. But yes, being able to really to create an environment. That's what it really is, an environment that is really focused on growth and improvement. And if it's just your team, that's huge as well. So family, look at that. I love a method. I think they call it the sandwich method for feedback, where basically what you do is you start with the positive, and then you address the area of improvement, and then you end with another positive. So again, this the sandwich method. All right, point number 4, learning from failure. What does that mean? Learning from failure. That means conducting introspective looks as far as, okay, what went well, what didn't go well, what do I need to improve in, how do I get the team to really perform better in that particular area where we came up a little bit short at. Yeah, we got the project done, and we met all the triple constraints, but we still, there was a couple pieces here that we could have done better. And really, a lot of that, family, is you have to have the ability to create a safe environment where team members really, and I mean this, truly feel comfortable sharing mistakes and learning from them together. I've been in an organization where they don't appreciate that. Like, you're condemned if you make a mistake. I mean, you're banished in a sense. But that's the only way we're going to learn, family. We're going to make some mistakes along the way in this journey, and that's fine. But how you recover from those mistakes is going to be important. All right, point number 5: public speaking and presentation skills. Working on your public speaking, and as well as your presentation skill set is going to be huge. If you're a project coordinator that's just that's just got started, or have some years as being a project coordinator, this for you is going to be, this will set you apart from other project coordinators, of getting started early before you walk into the project management role per se. And I've seen it work even with me as being a project coordinator. I've had to present. So, but the majority of the time, the project manager or program manager is normally presenting particular slides, especially if they're communicating up to the C-suite or directors. I'll just say directors and above. So being able to really put together a presentation, then articulate the presentation in a way that the rest of the audience attention is going to be huge. I always recommend, family, that even if you don't have a YouTube channel, and you don't want to do that, just start doing this. Start recording yourself doing presentations, recording yourself, how you sound if you're in front of a camera. This is going to be key. If it was up to me, I'll say anybody that's going to be a project manager, they need to go and create a YouTube channel, or create some type of video channel, mostly YouTube. And reason why I would say that, because this helps them to get better. This is helping me, family. You don't know how much of being able to be in front of a camera, being able to articulate the points that I have in my mind, and to talk to you about it in a way that could convey, hey, I really want to get into project management, or hey, I'm already in project management. I didn't know it was that fun and exciting. I'm going to stick with it. That means a lot to me. So I'm only saying all that to say that, family, if you want to get into this thing I love, that I hope you fall in love with, called project management, being able to have the ability to publicly speak as well as put together presentations are going to be huge. Point number 6, ethical leadership. What is ethical leadership? That means lead by example. It's not the don't do as I say, but do as I do type thing. I mean, excuse me, don't do as I do as I say. That's the original. But you want to do both, meaning that you want to be able to lead. So if you're saying something that you're doing and that you're committed to, you also want to be able to show examples. You want to be able to exhibit that in your day to day. So if you're saying, hey, we get up at 6 a.m. to go work out, and you go and do it. You don't talk about it, and then you don't go and do it. I've seen a lot of that out there. I've been guilty of it in myself. And so that's why, for this, I always make sure, if I say I'm going to do it, if I make the commitment, I need to back it up with actions. And it's challenges. Sometimes I do fall short, but the majority of the time I don't. All right, point number 7, technology proficient. What does that mean? Regularly explore and test new project management software and tools. This is going to be huge, because when you're going into different organizations, a lot of organizations will not have the same tools that another organization would have. What do you mean? There's been organizations that I went in that they were a Microsoft project management tool. That's all they use. They didn't use smart sheets. They didn't use they didn't use any of those things. Then I've been into organizations where all they use is smart sheets. Don't bring a Microsoft project in here because nobody you won't be able to use it. They won't pay for the license. They will you will be using smart sheets. So again, I've used or Excel. Excel is another one to lead projects on and build out my project schedule. Point number 8. This is the major one right here. This is the major key if we're going to say any message. You need to learn how to be resilient. Building a sense of resilience by having a growth mindset and viewing challenges, watch this family, as opportunities to learn and grow from instead of setbacks and letdowns. Oh, I like that. Let me tell you why I like that. The reason why I like that family is when you lead a project, you will have challenges. You will have obstacles. You will run into things that you didn't even plan for and you couldn't have planned for it because you didn't know it was coming. So that's why I always recommend, again, I shared it with you earlier, regularly reflect on past challenges you had to overcome to reinforce your ability to handle future obstacles. Remember when you got through that thing that you didn't think you was going to get through and you did? Remember how you got through it and believe in yourself that you can do more. All right, here's my bonus. Work life growth. What does that mean? Jesus, take the wheel. Okay, work life growth. That just basically means, family, the ability to understand when you're at work, when you are enjoying yourself on a vacation or your personal time, do that. But what I'm recommending, and I'm still working through this, so I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to you, family, is that being able to separate those pieces, you will get more value of it. Meaning, don't be on vacation and you thinking about your work. Or don't be at work and you thinking about your vacation. Okay, I may went too far with that, but seriously though, family, understanding the ability. I didn't want to use work life balance because I don't know if there's ever such a thing. I do know there's a balance when you've made a decision and saying, hey, when I'm on vacation, I won't be taking anything work related. And while I'm at work, I won't be thinking about vacation and getting off right now when I just literally just started my shift. Here's my 3 closing remarks for you, family. Learning from failure. That is going to be huge, especially when you lead projects, especially in your personal life. You want to learn from the failures fast and quick. Personal accountability. Hey, it's my fault. I'm the one that made that mistake. I got to deal with that, but I'm going to move forward. I'm not going to stay on the ground and stay there forever. I'm going to get back up and make it do what it do. Public speaking and presentation skills. I always said if it was up to me, project managers that I will be mentoring or working with, one of my first things to say, and I'm not trying to scare you guys, but I would say you need a YouTube channel. We need you to start presenting. Why? Because we want to develop that muscle. We want those sets and reps in so you can be the greatness or be the best version of yourself. Until next time, this has been your boy ED, and you know my motto, my slogan. If you don't, I'm out.